Hola, you amazing artists. Time is still marching on.
Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles, Rafi's Rambles.
This light?
Yeah, it's like...
I'll just turn that light off.
When people find out that we're artists, people tend to think that we have all the time in the world. You know, we don't have real jobs or responsibilities or anything like that. We just bask in our artistic glory and ride the whole journey of life.
I like to just brush my hair all day and tell myself how amazing I am.
Then there are other people that follow us and they're like, dude, how do you find so much time to be able to do all the things that you do? I'm talking to those guys, not the other guys. The other guys could take a hike. Despite the general idea that artists just sit in a room tortured by a piece of canvas or tortured by a block of marble, the truth is that we have to manage our time just like everybody else. I know what you're thinking, dude, come on. Like, you get to finger paint all freaking day. True, but that's the thing. My product has to be worked on. I need to pay attention to it. I could be working on a single piece for hours, for days, or even months.
Or years.
Or years? Whoa. Did that deserve an evil laugh?
No, it did not.
No, it did not. And in the meantime, while I'm working on this piece, I still have a business to run online and offline. And I'm not Damien Hirst or Dean Koontz, who has a staff of artists that create all their work and manage their businesses, and I'm not even sure what those guys do anyway.
Well, Dean Koontz is an author. I think you mean Jeff Koons.
Oops. Yeah, I'm in the thick of it, Jeff Koons. I'm in my studio getting my hands all painty. I have discovered a few things that have made my life much easier and much better when it comes to managing my time. Now, if you're looking for stupid tips like record your favorite programs on the DVR so that you could fast forward through commercials and you will save yourself at least 8 minutes per program. That's not what I mean by making your life easier or better. Or that's not time management. I don't know what that is.
And that's like, duh, who f***ing sits through commercials?
Every time I see a Whopper commercial, I'm like, I want a Whopper and fries.
And chicken fries.
I'd probably be a lot thinner if we didn't watch commercials. And it's not about shaving time off of here and shaving a little bit of time off of there and then having it all gather up and then you're able to finally do the thing that you want to do. That's kind of backwards. That doesn't really work. It's about making time, actually stretching time out. And in order to be able to stretch time and make more time, you have to change your mindset. And I know, here he goes again. Here goes Rafi talking about all this airy-fairy mindset stuff. Give us some facts, Rafi. Give us some facts. Actually, last week, I put this to the test. This mutilated mess of madness is my weekly calendar. And although rare, I sometimes screw up the dates of things in there. Hey, I'm an artist. I get to be a bit eccentric, you know? I get to write down my solo show on the wrong month and then totally forget that I was actually scheduled to do a solo show. Then I realized that I only have a week left to put together a concept for the show, design pieces, work on 17 individual art pieces for the show, do marketing materials, figure out posters, write a book of poetry, and publish that book, and basically go set it up, set everything up. And it was a lot of work to get done in a week. Meanwhile, I still had commissions and I was still running my business. I still had artwork that I needed to create and pieces that were shipping off to Chicago as a donation to a special event. You know, as nightmarish as it sounds, it actually went pretty smoothly without a hitch. I don't think that anybody would have been able to tell that there was so much going on last week. Now, the interesting thing is that if you were to ask me, hey Rafi, you know, we have this space, we would need at least 17 to 20 pieces. Do you think that you could put an art show together for next week? I would say, hell no, there is no way that I can do that. That's impossible. And plus, I'm too busy to do that. And that is the nail in the coffin. Time is time. We're all heading in one direction when time is involved. And We're all pretty much going to the same destination. I think a lot of us like to wear busy as a badge. Like, here's my busy badge. Look at my busy badge right there.
Busy is the new good.
Busy is the new good?
Yeah.
I wouldn't...
As in, how you doing? Good. Busy.
I don't want to make it seem like I'm minimalizing the struggle of time. Like, I do understand that there are certain responsibilities, and I mean, if you have kids, obviously your kids are going to take a big chunk of your time. But I would challenge you to change your mindset from the badge of busy, replace I'm too busy with that's not a priority for me right now. It also gives you your power back. Like, it gives you your ability to choose. Like, I am choosing to do this right now. I am not choosing to do that because that is not a priority to me. If someone were to ask me to go outside, they were like, hey man, you want to come outside and hang out? Why don't you quit filming? I would say no, because filming, this is a priority to me right now. This is what I'm doing. Hey man, I'm busy, I can't do it. But the truth is, if you were to say, hey man, you want to come outside? Stop filming, I've got $1 million for you. Yeah, my priorities would change immediately. I would be outside. I mean, I love you guys, but this camera would be, I would buy $5 million outside. Because the truth is that your priorities are going to change, you know, and you get to choose what your priorities are. And sure, you know, there are certain consequences, like if you decide not to do something or you do something, if do. The other benefit is you're able to look at the stuff that you're doing now and ask yourself the same question. Is this a priority for me? Do I really need to be doing this right now? Now, the second thing I did was take one thing at a time. And each one of those things, I broke it down into 3 simple tasks. Just 3. Don't break it into a task of 12 things to do because all you're going to do is overwhelm yourself. You already have plenty to do. And the final step is to just get up and do it. There is this thing called micro hesitation. It is the same thing that keeps you in bed in the morning when you are laying there wanting to get up. It is also the thing that mostly keeps us from doing the things that we really dream of doing in our lives. Essentially, it is a microsecond of hesitation that happens at the moment that you decide to do something right before you actually take action on it. The moment that you feel that micro hesitation and don't move forward, it starts to fester. It only takes microseconds to keep festering into something worse. At that point, you have given yourself an opportunity to talk yourself out of it, discourage yourself, make yourself feel overwhelmed, give yourself all kinds of excuses to not do it. Ultimately, just a few seconds of micro hesitation could leave you exhausted and leave you stagnant and not able to do the things that you want to do.
That's where the random stick man in your head is like, nah, it's cool.
The only way to get through it is to barrel through it.
So in other words, don't do it.
You could just say just do it.
Don't not do it.
Don't. I know somebody already has just do it.
Micro hesitation. Don't not do it.
So ultimately, how did I get through my crazy week?
Like a boss.
So I got through the week just prioritizing what was important to me, taking one thing at a time, breaking it down into 3 simple steps for each thing that I needed to do, and totally pushing through my hesitation, not allowing myself to hesitate even once, because I knew that the moment that I sat down and decided I'm going to think about what I need to do, nothing was going to get done. I just needed to get in there and just do it. The thing is, really, whenever I think about time, is that there's plenty of time.
They're like, shut up, Rafi, I don't have time to listen to you talk about how there's enough time.
The fact is that there is always time for the things that matter. Hallmark moment.
So true.
I mean, make time for what really matters, because that's really all we have, is the bit of time that we have left. Those small moments in time each and every day, you know, and make them count. And that's it. Hopefully this was helpful to you, and if you have any questions for me about art or life in general, just leave them in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. You guys are absolutely freaking amazing. I totally adore you. And if you like this and you want to see more, you can subscribe by clicking right over here. And if you want to watch our last video, you can click right over here somewhere. And that's it. Thanks so much, you guys. Say goodbye, Clee.
Good day.
Adios.